It's week 2 of the 2036 season, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Dolphins and the Seahawks, just ahead on EA Sports.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Now Foster to throw. Throwing to start the drive. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Foster. He finds his man. Complete. That's Newton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Foster. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sutton. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Sutton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Newton, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Operating from the gun, Foster, and that is incomplete here. You talk about this Miami defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Newton, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Foster. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Sutton. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good. The punt team, they're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Foster. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Newton. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw. Foster over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Back to throw. Foster firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter as that's a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. The tight end in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Overton. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Foster now, throwing to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A quick throw there is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's caught by Jackson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Foster. He finds his man. Complete. That's Newton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Foster. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Foster. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Overton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 24-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Overton. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
3rd and goal, the ball at the 10. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early. Too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Foster. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Foster. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Sutton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake. Foster looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Newton. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Foster. It's Jackson again on the reception. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Foster. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Up the middle they go. It's Sutton. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now a handoff up the middle. Sutton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sutton, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sutton. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back to throw now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Foster throwing to start the drive. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And he's got his man in, and I think the ball's out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back to throw here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Foster.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Foster from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun. Foster. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Foster. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Up the middle they go. Sutton. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. In motion goes the tight end. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Moody for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a fourth quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now Foster to throw. Throwing to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 4. Jackson's got it over the middle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Foster. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Back to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you get about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished,
yeah, another one of my old players, Ben Osgood, man. Remember Ben Osgood, 88, our tight end for a couple years?
It's not a gimme.
Yeah, came back to fucking, tie the game up.
Extra point try now for Moody. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sutton. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts. But this one is going to wind up incomplete.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Foster. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that?
That's caught inside the 20. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 64 yards. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Operating from the gun, Foster. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down.
Dale, baby, still got it. The guy still got it, man.
When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sutton, and he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. 115 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.